right, guys, so now we're going to take a look at questions 6 through 10. And this is about our rate and ratio units. So our first one, number 6 here, it says, we're just going to use this picture over here for question 6, question 7, and question 8. And then number 6 says, write the ratio of the number of rhombuses, so that's important, to the number of pentagons. So if you remember when we talked about ratios, it's really important which order that they come in. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a note, and you probably should on your paper as well. I'm just going to label R to P to remind myself that rhombuses should come first and pentagons should come second. So if I come over here, it actually tells us we don't have to know the shapes. And I count, I've got 1, 2 rhombuses, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 pentagons. Now, we can write that 3 different ways. And the first way I wrote with the word 2. We could also write it as a fraction, 2 to 4. Or we could write it with a colon, and we would just say 2 colon 4. Okay, so those are the ways that we're going to write our ratios. We got 2 rhombuses for every 4 pentagons. Now, number 7 says we need to write the ratio of rhombuses to pentagons, which we did up here, in simplest form. Okay, so I think for us to get it in simplest form, the easiest one to use would be our fractional form. And we had 2 rhombuses for every 4 pentagons. And we can simplify that in our calculator, or some of us can just simplify it in our heads. 2/4 simplifies to 1/2. So our ratio in simplest form is 1 to 2. All right, now number 8 is using the same information, except it says using the ratio that is given, how many pentagons would there be if we had 12 rhombuses? So this is going to require that we can use a couple different things. We could use an equivalent fraction, we could use an proportion, whatever works best for you. I'm just going to use an equivalent fraction. And I'm going to put my rhombuses on the top so I know where mine are going, with my pentagons on the bottom. I'm going to use my original ratio that I found in question 6, and that was 2 rhombuses for every 4 pentagons. And then it says, how many pentagons? So I'm going to put a question mark for my pentagons, because that's the question, that's what we're looking for. How many would there be if there was 12 rhombuses? I've got rhombuses on the top, so that's where my rhombuses are going to go. So on our equivalent fraction here, to get from 2 to 12, I would multiply the numerator by 6. So I could do the exact same thing down here. 4 times 6 tells me that there would be 24 pentagons. Okay. Like I said, another way that you can do it, and you don't have to do it this way, but we could say 2 over 4 is equal to 12 over what? Okay, we could cross multiply. 4 times 12 is 48. And then divide out our remaining number, which is a 2, and we still get 24. So you get the same either way if you use an equivalent fraction or if you use a proportion. Okay, so those are questions 6, 7, and 8. Let's take a look at 9 and 10. These are pretty easy. Number 9 is our unit price question. So if you remember correctly, we're going to write the rate in words. We're going to write our division problem, but then we can use our calculator to help us solve. So for number 9, it says 8 hot dogs buns cost $2.98. So, and it wants us to find the unit rate. So we're going to write our rate in words first. We want our price per bun, because that's what we're looking for, the cost of one individual bun. The price, we know, is $2.98. The word per tells us we're going to be dividing. We're going to divide that amongst 8 hot dog buns. Okay. And again, we can just plug this into our calculator. $2.98 divided by 8 tells us that each bun, it gives us a 0.3725. Now, we're looking for price. Money is always rounded to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so we're looking at our hundredths place here. 2 does not round the 7 up. So our price would be 37 cents per bun. Okay. Now, number 9 and 10 go together because it says at that rate, the rate we found right here, bleep, what would the cost of 24 hot dog buns be? So we're paying $0.3725 cents for every 24 hot dog buns. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 0.3725, the price of each bun, multiply it times 24 buns. So we can go ahead, because we used a calculator during our rate unit, plug that into our calculator, 0.3725 times 24, and we get that 24 hot dog buns would cost us $8.94. No rounding needed. We only have our 2 decimal points. So that's it, $8.94. All right, guys, great work today. If y'all need any help, just shoot us an email.